Hey beautiful people, Coach Steph here. Welcome back to our January goal setting series. If you're new here, this year I'm sharing 2 practical videos every month to help you grow in confidence, purpose, and to who God created you to be. In video 1, we talked about why goals matter and how to set other goals that fit your real life. Today, in video 2, we're going to slow it down and talk about 2 things. Number 1, how to turn your goals into realistic steps, how to stay on track when life gets busy or messy. So if you set at least one goal for 2026, this video will help you actually work it out. Okay, so let's start with turning your goal into small, realistic steps. A goal on its own is powerful, but if it stays in your notebook and never enters your calendar, it won't change much. Think of it like this. The goal is the destination. The steps are the footsteps you take every day and every week to get there. For example, let's talk about a career goal. Let's say your goal is by December, I want to be ready for a promotion at work. That can feel big and far away. So we break it down. Ask yourself, what skills do I need to grow? Who do I need to build relationships with? What evidence would my manager need to see? From there, small steps could be once a week, spend 20 minutes learning something that makes you better at your job. Once a month, ask for feedback from your manager or a trusted colleague. These are realistic steps. They fit into a busy life. Another type of example is around confidence or a speaking goal. Maybe your goal is by March, I'll speak up at least once in every meeting. Small steps could look like, before each meeting, write down one idea or one question you could share. In the meeting, aim to share just that one thing. You're not suddenly trying to become the loudest voice in the room. You're just taking one step of courage each time. Another example could be around your well-being or a health goal. If your goal is by April, I will work for 15 minutes, 4 days a week. To make it realistic, choose your 4 days in advance, for example. Link it to something you already do, maybe after work, after school drop-offs, or after dinner. Now, it's not just a dream, it's part of your weekly rhythm. Okay, so sometimes we think the harder something feels, the more serious we are. But when it comes to building habits and sticking with goals, easy is your friend. Truly, relax and take it easy. So here are a few ways to make your steps easier. Point number 1, start smaller than you think. If 30 minutes of exercise feels like too much for you, start with 10 minutes. If speaking up in every meeting feels scary, aim for every other meeting at first. Starting small is not weakness, it's wisdom. Small actions done consistently create big change over time. Point number 2, attach your step to something you already do. This is simple but powerful. After you make your morning coffee, for example, you can take 10 minutes of journaling or planning your day. After you shut your laptop at night or after work, you can use 10 to 15 minutes for learning something or even taking a walk. When you connect a new action to an old habit, it's easier to remember and follow through. Point number 3, prepare the night before. Ask, what can I do now that will make my tomorrow's step easier? For example, If your goal involves moving your body, put your clothes and your trainers out the night before. If your goal involves speaking, write your one key point before the meeting. If your goal involves quiet time, put your journal and pen somewhere visible. Now let's talk about point 4, which is staying on track, because real life is not perfect. Things can happen. Things do happen. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to keep coming back. So first, use a gentle weekly check-in. Once a week, take 5 to 10 minutes and ask yourself 3 simple questions. What went well this week? What didn't go as planned? What can I adjust for next week? This is not a moment to beat yourself up. It's a moment to learn. If you missed your walks or your practice time, rather than saying, "I'm so lazy," ask, "Was my step too big? Did I pick the wrong time of day? Do I need to make it easier or shorter?" You learn, adjust, and try again. Secondly, expect missed days and plan for them. You will miss days. You will have weeks that don't go how you hoped or planned. That doesn't mean you failed. A simple phrase you can hold on to is, never miss twice on purpose. If you miss one day, don't turn it into a story about your character. Just decide, tomorrow I'm back on. That mindset keeps you moving. Third, celebrate small wins. Staying on track is easier when you notice what's working. Once a week, write down 3 small wins related to your goal. It could be, I spoke up in my meeting even though I was all nervous. I walked twice this week instead of 4 times, but that's still better than 0. I chose to rest instead of scrolling, and I feel better for it. This kind of celebration builds momentum and confidence. The next point is quite key. Point number 5, faith, grace, and starting again. Let me speak to your heart for a moment. You might feel that you've messed up too many times with goals and habits. Maybe you set the same goal every January and it hurts to try again. Please hear this. You're not your past attempts. You're not your most tired week. You're not your last mistake. From a faith perspective, goals are not about proving yourself. They're about partnering with God in the direction He's leading you. You bring your small steps. He brings grace, strength, and guidance. You're allowed to start again in the middle of the week, in the middle of the month, in the middle of the year. There's nothing weak about that. That's courage. Again, that's courage. So stay focused and try again. You'll be so glad you did. Finally, let's close with one clear, simple step you can take after watching this video. Number 1, take the goal you wrote for video 1, or you can create one now if you haven't. For example, by month, state the month, I will make, or I will do this, or be specific about the action that you're going to be doing. Number 2, decide on one small step you will take this week to move toward that goal. Just one step. For example, if your goal is about promotion, then this week I'll ask my manager what skills I would need to grow. If your goal is about confidence, this week I'll speak up once in one meeting or conversation. If your goal is about well-being or health, then this week I'll walk for 10 minutes 3 times. Write it down somewhere visible, and if it helps, tell a trusted friend so they can encourage you. Remember, it's not about everything at once. It's about doing the next step. If this video helps you, save it and share it with someone who needs encouragement. And make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss next month's content. Do subscribe, please, so you don't miss next month's content. This is Coach Steph, cheering you on. Your steps may be small, but they are powerful. because they are moving you toward who you're becoming. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.